Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. and we are in period 3, and we are getting ready to do a little more work on Pac-Man. Now, when I say this, I'm really kind of serious here. I've been working on Mario for the last 2 periods, so my brain is like loaded up with Mario, everything we did on Mario, okay? So when I say this, I'm really kind of honest here, but I know where we're at, but I'm just going to pretend here like I don't know where we're at. But you guys need to tell me, what are we working on today? One reason why I love this class is I don't tell you what we're working on. You guys tell me what we're working on. Kylie, what are we working on today? All right, so we want to make the dot go bling, right? What else are we going to do? Add in the ghost. Okay, so the ghost is easy. I can do that in a matter of seconds. So I'm going to go down into my drawing and animation. I'm going to go image sprite. I'm going to put an image sprite in there. I'm going to rename that guy. That guy is going to be named IMG Ghost. And do we want to put a ghost name in there? Which ghost do we want? Inky. Inky's blue, right? All right. So I'll go Inky, just because he said Inky. All right, so now I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to look up Pac-Man Ghost PNG, and you go to Images, and I believe Inky is blue. Okay, there he is. Right click, save image as. Let's put it into my documents folder. You guys should know where you're saving your items. Is that correct? This is period 3, app creators. By the way, do you guys see everything in here that I have? Okay. This is going to be Inky. Save it as Inky. Go back into MIT. Upload the image. Choose a file. Documents 2017, period 3, count me in. Inky. Hit OK. There's Inky, kind of big. Go down to automatic height. And you want to change the height to be about 36. Width 36. And that's pretty cool. How big was Pac-Man? Yeah, they're about the same size. That's cool. No. No. So, we need to make the ghost move, right? The ball is moving, is that correct? Did we get points for colliding with the ball? Okay, so we don't get the blink sounds. So now what you want to do is go to media, and you want to put a sound. If you want a player, if you wanted to play the Pac-Man song in the background, you need a player. You need to add that. So let's go rename those. So we're going to call this player Pac-Man song media. Sound 1. Rename this sound. I'm going to call it sound hit dot. Okay, by the way, could I do a sound when we hit a ghost? Yeah. Okay. So you go to this sound, and don't leave it as sound 1. You want to rename it as sound hit ghost. Okay. And now you guys can simply go out to freesound.org. All you do is go to freesound.org. And this is freesound.org website. You're going to log in with just log in with all they ask is for an email. You guys already have an email because you have an MIT Gmail account. So log in with that, create it. They're not going to sell you anything. I've never had them contact me to sell me anything. It's just a good sound. And then you go in here and just go to Bling. Okay. Look for a Bling song. All right. So you can play this. All right. So I want more of a bling. That's more like coins. Okay. So you guys can go through there. Now, let me show you this also. You guys, do you have Audacity on your machines? No, you don't. So we need Audacity on machines. So you guys are I'm gonna click on Audacity here. Okay, you guys have these, you guys should see, this is, by the way, this is a free program at home. You want to download this. I don't see a lot of people watching and pay attention here. Are we good? All right, I'm gonna show you this real quick. Can everybody look up here and watch? This is a sound editor. Here we go, bling, bling. Okay, so I then can play this back. Here you go, bling, bling. Okay, can you guys hear that? You can. Here you go, bling, bling. Okay, hear that? Here you go, bling, bling. Okay, ding. So if you don't like it, you go File New, and you go ding, ding, ding. Stop it. Okay, play it. You go ding, ding, ding. Stop. Okay, now all you have to do is go and highlight the one you want and hit play. Ding, ding, ding. So then you go File, Export, Selected Audio, and you're going to go back into 17. Okay, App Creators, count me in. I'm going to go ding. This is called ding. It's a WAV file. By the way, we handle WAV files and .mp3s. We don't handle anything else. You need to make a WAV.wav or an MP3. I've done all this, or you guys can download from freesound.org. Let's go back into MIT. All I do now is go into my Pacman, my sound hit dot. You go to your source file, just like you're uploading a picture. You're going to choose a file, and there it is. There's my ding. You're going to hit open, and there's a ding.wav. And if it goes in here, do you guys see how it's in here now? That means it's a success. It loaded properly. If not, it could say sound file too large and kick it back out. You need to go and shrink it down. It's too big. Okay. Now we go into blocks. And you need to find where we collide with. And all we have to do is there's button up, right? Did we do collision detection? Yeah, here we go. Image sprite collide with the dot. And then all you do is you go down here to your sound hit dot, and you're going to hit play. That's all you do. Every time you hit play, it's going to add one and then go bling, 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 right? Every time you hit the dot, it's going to say bling or whatever you want or whatever sound file you put in there. That's it. All you do is sound hit dot dot play. Was that hard? Was that hard to do? No. Okay, you guys can work on your sound files at home. You can bring them in on USBs. You guys, I highly encourage you to download Audacity at home. Okay. This is cool stuff. Audacity and GIMP, you guys should be downloading at home. I'll go in here and make an assignment. It's an email. Okay. So this is week 5. You can download Audacity or GIMP 2.8. Okay. It's an activity, and it's 0 points. It's 30 points extra credit if you do it at home. Okay. All right. So that's it. Now let's go back to MIT. How do we hit the what should happen if we hit the ghost? You should die. So do we have lives in here? Timer, we have no lives. So if you hit the ghost, we're going to say game over. Is that right? Okay, so let's go into blocks. So we have no lives. Could we have started with 3 lives? Yeah, and every time you hit the ghost, you lose a life, right? So you're just going to go into right here. By the way, we don't need to go any further than right here. All we have to do is change this if statement to an else if, right? And I can copy and paste this green block. And in here, instead of hitting the dot, you're going to hit who you're going to collide with. The ghost. So you put in the ghost, and then what should happen? Pacman dies. And how does Pacman die? I mean, how do you really die? Okay, and explain Pacman dies to me. What does that mean? Okay, but we don't have lives. So do we want to have lives? Okay, so you're telling me we want to have lives. Okay, so now we need to go back into our designer, and you need to go into user interface and grab a label. Let's put a label in here. Actually, I'm gonna not do that. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. So this label 1, I'm gonna delete. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. See this high score over here that we're really not going to use yet? I'm gonna change that to be lives. Okay. Because I know for fact, just like my last class, we did not use it. So we're going to go to LBL lives here, and down here we're going to go LIVES :space 3. We're going to give him 3 lives. All right, you guys with me on that? So now you can play for 60 seconds or 3 lives, whichever one comes first. Okay? So now this is a great video on how to create a variable again. Okay, so let's go ahead and just duplicate this guy. This is going to be lives. And lives is going to start out at 3. And what's going to happen to our lives if we hit a ghost? It goes down. So you can basically just duplicate all this, right? Duplicate this and duplicate this. Okay, it's almost the same, but we're going to change this up a little bit. This is going to be LBL lives. This is going to be, do I want to add 1 to it? If I get hit by a ghost, do I want to add 1 to my lives? No, what do I want to do? Take away, subtract. So you're just going to go get a subtraction sign. Okay. Lives -1. You're going to display it. Should I display it in score? No. Where do I display it at? LBL lives. Over here, this is going to say lives :space. And this is going to say your lives. All right. And this is lives equal to lives -1. This is lives. This is lives. And then down here, what sound should we say? Whatever you're going to say when you hit ghost. Okay. what I like to do, this is kind of cool. I like to go into text-to-speech until I get my sound set up. Okay, I can go get this. And down here, I could say something like, ouch. I get hit by a ghost. Ouch. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. I can always print my blocks off. Okay? By the way, we have, congratulations, you have over 200 blocks of code. Do you guys see this right here? Download blocks as an image. There's my image. Show in folder. Okay? There it is. Right click. Print. Let's do like 4 or 5 copies. Okay. Print. There you go. That's everything I have so far. So do we have collision detection? Okay. Do we have collision detection? Yeah. That's pretty nice, isn't it? Well, my last class just did 365. 10,000. Just find one that's PNG. All right, so real quick, I'll show you guys. I have a student ask me about Pacman Ghost. That's not a PNG. So let's take this guy right here. You're going to save the image as, okay, Inky Ghost. Do you guys need more printouts? Okay. Does that mean there's a lot of people that's behind? Is that what that means? Okay. Here's 5 more printouts. All right, so if I download this guy and I have a white background, what you need to do, this is a GIMP lesson here. So let's go talk about GIMP for a few minutes while those people are getting those printouts out. Where am I? Where am I? So I don't want to be in downloads. I want to be in documents. Okay, here we go. Documents. Documents, Audacity. This is period 4. That's period 3. I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you. Okay. That's probably why I couldn't find Inky. There he is. So let's say you guys get this guy. You want to open this guy in GIMP. Okay. This is good. This is a good GIMP lesson here. So this guy's going to open up in GIMP. Here's GIMP starting 2.8. By the way, it's a free download at home. I highly encourage you to download this at home. Okay, free. This stuff's free. Are you guys with me on this? Can we all say free? Free. This stuff's free. Would you guys go get this free stuff? These are tools that you're putting in your toolbox at home that are going to help you become a successful, good programmer. Are you with me? A developer. Without this stuff, you're not going to be able to develop your own stuff. So here's what I do. I go to Windows, Toolbox, Windows, Dockable Dialogues, Layers. I keep forgetting you guys haven't had a GIMP class. It's kind of weird. I'm doing GIMP in 6th grade, so now my 6th graders know more about GIMP than you guys. Okay, that's crazy, isn't it? So do you see how I opened up Layers? Okay, I'll do it again. Watch this. You can go different places, but this is how I do it because I like a one-stop shop. So I go to Windows, New Toolbox, drag it on my left, Windows, Dockable Dialogues, Layers, drag it on my right. Other ways of doing it are, okay, I can show you this. What's Control B, I think? Yeah, Control B is a toolbox, and Control L is the layers. That's another way of doing it. Now watch this. Everybody up here, watch. Do you guys see in the layers tool that there's a little tiny inky ghost in there? Okay, watch this. Right click, add alpha channel, color pick the white, and hit delete. Now you're going to say, Mr. Richter, I don't want to delete his eyes. Are you with me on that? So, because there's an opening over here, this poses a problem. Because my color picker covers everything that's congruent, that's the same color, that's touching each other. So you're going to hit Control Z. I need to fill this in over here. So watch this. I'm going to go get my paint can, okay? And I'm going to go get my color dropper. I'm going to go get this color right here, okay? That's the color I want. And I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I'm going to start painting this in. You guys see what I did there? So I painted that portion in. Now watch this. This is a trick of the trade that I learned, okay? I can right click, add the alpha channel, which is already there, and now I can color pick the white. Okay, hit delete. Okay, look, it still did that. So watch this. So now go get your paint can, go get a weird funky color like pink, okay, and pour the paint in and around outside, okay. If it's not letting you select it, just select off of it, okay. Go get your paint can, select the paint color, and try to pour it on the outside. Okay. Not sure why it's not letting me do that. Okay. So I'm going to go back, start over. All right, here's what I had. Um, so how can I do this? I want to take this right here. Here's another way of doing it. You can copy this, Control C, Control V, and then you can start pasting this. Control C, Control V. All right, so that's my guy there, okay? Now I can click off over here. I anchored that in. Now I'm going to try to select this, okay? Windows, Dockable Dialogues, Layers. Get my layers out, right click, add the alpha channel. The alpha channel's done. Let's go try to take our paint can, and I want to try to pour on the outside of this guy. Don't know why it's not letting me pour. Okay, double click the paint can, foreground, that's good. Background color. Similar colors, whole selection. Control Z. Don't know why it's still in white. It's not. Okay, that worked. So, yeah, I'm having problems. So I'm going to just have to start over, okay? The other thing I'm going to tell you to do is if you do have so many problems with that, don't work 45 hours on it. Just go find another one online. You guys with me? How many ghosts are there online? Hundreds, thousands of them, okay? By the way, here's one right here. These guys are, see how they're like colored in? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and download, save image as. Just start over, you know, just go, don't spend so much time on everything, all right? Um, right click, open this guy with GIMP. Let's see if I can do a little bit better job here with this guy. Let's see what this guy looks like in GIMP, okay? So I'm going to go here, okay? Um, I can use this is my crop tool. You want to crop this guy out, double click, that's the guy you want. You can right click, add the alpha channel, color pick the white, hit delete. Okay, and I still have eyes on this one. So how long did it take me to get that one to work? 60 seconds, not even that. Now you go file, export as, make sure you want to give them a name like inky.png, already exists, sure, replace it. Make sure your save color values for transparent pixels is off. Can everybody look up here at the screen? You guys are going to get this screen right here. It's very important. Down here, the last one, it says save color values from transparent pixels. That's going to have a checkbox in it. Make sure you click it off. Hello? Can everybody say off? And then you want to save defaults. And then it'll always be off, and that's what we want for alpha channels. Now, that's guys saved. So now I can go into my MIT designer. I don't like that ghost. You're right. Whoever said, wow, I don't like the looks of that. You're right. I don't like the looks of that. Here's one thing I'm going to show you in this video is you guys need to go to these images and delete them. So find Inky and then hit delete. Okay? Don't let these guys stay in there. Okay? My computer's acting weird. It seems like every time I do videos, my computer acts weird. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to upload a new file. And I'm going to go to Inky. Hit OK. And yeah, I want to oh, that looks a lot better. Okay. And now you go into blocks. By the way, did we make Inky? Did we make Inky bounce around the screen? No, we didn't. So here we go. So do you guys remember where up here we had to move the dot with a speed? Right? So we want to take all this right here and we want to get Inky to start. So I'm just going to take all this code right here, duplicate it, and duplicate it. Okay? So this guy is going to become image ghost Inky, heading 0 to 59. It's going to go in a random direction. Its speed, can go in a random speed from somewhere between 5 and 25 pixels per second. And 20 is 50 frames per second. So now you go down here. And do you remember we had edge reached? I'm going to copy and paste all this, right? Who needs to hit the edge here? The ghost. So you're just going to change this to Inky. Inky is going to hit an edge. Inky is going to bounce. By the way, this needs to be image sprite ghost Inky. Inky is going to bounce and get an edge to bounce to. And then you're going to set its speed between 5 and 10 or 5 and 25. Okay? And now Inky is bouncing around the screen. Okay? Then you got to put Inky on your screen. Yeah. It did? Yeah, it's hard to control those. What I can try to do here is yeah. What I need to do is just try to rearrange this stuff where it's a little bit tighter in a box. Okay. And I can start dragging this stuff up here. You want to get it in a little tighter rectangle. Drag this guy up here. Yeah, it's hard to perfect those blocks in the way that they print out. Let's drag this puzzle piece out. It's like Jenga. Not Jenga, but it's like Tetris. I can drag this up into here and drag this over here. Right click, download those blocks as images, image 19, show in folder. Double click. It looks like it's on there to me. I don't know. Print 5. Okay, what else do we have to get Pacman to do today? Reset. Okay. So we want to hit the reset button. All right, so let's go do a reset button. And I'm going to do the reset button up here. And I'm going to do the reset button next to screen initialize. Okay. So what we're going to do here is hit the reset button. Okay. And reset button is, we want to talk about starting and restarting the game is really a reset. Are you guys with me on that? So when the game starts, is that going to be a lot like resetting the game? Yeah. So is there going to be like two things that are doing the same thing? Yes. Reset and start are doing the same thing. So do we want to write that over twice? No. We want to write it how many times? Once. So watch this. I'm going to go create a procedure call. What's that? This is going to be called start, reset, restart, game. Okay? However you want to think about that. I'm going to call it start, reset, restart, game. It's all the same thing. Are you with me? Okay? Do you guys see this screen one initialize? This is starting the game. So everything right here you're going to take out of there and put in start, reset, game. So then over here, I'm going to go back to my procedures and I'm going to say, okay, start, reset the game. And over here, I'm going to copy this. When you hit reset, what do we want to do? Start, reset the game. Okay? Now, there's a couple more things that need to go in here. This is not complete yet. What do we have to start over when we start the game? How many lives you have? So let's go to your variable. Okay. And let's go to lives. What should lives start at? 3. So you're going to go get a math. 0. And I'm going to put 3 in there. Okay. Now, this is a common mistake from young programmers. All right. They forget to display the number of lives you have. Are you with me? It's like making a shot in a basketball game and they forget to put it on the scoreboard. You with me? So what do you got to do over here? Okay, you got to go to LBL lives, right? And you go to set text. You go get a text box. Go get a join box. Go get a, and here I can say lives, colon, space. Make sure you put the space in there. And variables, go and get the number of lives. Okay? It's the label. It's label lives up here, right? Okay. Now, what else gets reset? Something else gets reset. When you restart the game. I already did that. Pacman's going to 150, 125. You played the game. What gets started over? Do we have time? Do we do time? Okay, so if we're going to reset the time, all you do is go in here and you set where's time at? I don't think we're running game time, are we? Did we do game time? Oh, we didn't do yet. Oh, we didn't do game time. So that brings us into something else we have to do. We can think about this right now. So let's go ahead and create a variable. All right. So I can create a variable in here. This variable is going to be called game time. What should game time start out at? 60. So you're just going to put in 60 here. Now over here I can go into and say, okay, this is game time. There it is, game time. Game time's not going to start at 3. It's going to start at 60. And then right up here, I can duplicate this label box. I can call this LBL time. This is going to say over here time colon space. And this is going to say game time. All right. So game time, even though we don't even have it running down yet, it's getting set to 60 seconds. What else gets reset? Didn't you just eat and chomp some dots? So did you get a score? What should your score go back to? 25. Okay, so we're going to do all this. Okay, just copy and paste this. Duplicate this. Duplicate this block here. Okay. There's something under the, yeah, I missed it. Okay, and now I need to do this for score. What do we have for score? Dot counter. There you go. Dot counter goes to 0. This is going to be LBL score. This is going to be score colon. You can give them whatever you want. 10 points, 1. I don't care what you give them. Okay. Down here, this is your dot counter. Put your dot counter in the scores. Okay. All right. I need to see you working more and doing whatever you are doing less. Work more and doing whatever you are doing less. You with me? Class is not hard, but I love this class because you got to come in here and go to work every day. You with me? It's not hard, but you got to put these puzzle pieces in every day. And if you're sitting around and on different websites, that's not good, right? You're going to miss stuff. Okay. Thank God for videos, though, right? Thank God for videos. Okay. Tomorrow, do we need to get the score to go backwards? Wow, all this stuff goes in here. Sorry, that got pulled out. If they hit play, don't we want to start the game time? So we need to go clock game time, set the enabled to be true. Okay. I'm going to go right here, set game time to be true. Copy and paste this down here. If they hit pause, we're going to set game time to be what? False. And now over here, I can go do my game time. So clock game time. And now all I have to do is subtract off my game time. So I'm going to go to variables, set my game time, do math, subtract, variables, get your game time, minus how many? I think it's going to be -1. Okay, -1. I did 12. -1. Okay. And then we have to display it. Well, we already did this up here somewhere. We displayed it somewhere. Okay. So there's my time. Display it. And now tomorrow we need to do an if statement. What happens if the time equals 0? Okay, so yeah. So you just go down here and do an equal to, and you're going to say get your variable. What should happen if game time equals 0? Okay, what do we do here if game time is equal to 0? Okay, then you can have you can do whatever you want. You could have text to speech come on and say game over, right? Go get a text box. Here's a text box right here. I can duplicate that. Okay, right here I can say game over. What should happen to my clocks? Okay. What should happen to my clocks? Should the clock keep running? No. So now all you do is just take your clocks. Clock animate should be false. Okay. And duplicate this. And clock time should be false. And that's it. That's almost the entire game. Nice job. Keep calm and code on.